Nobody showed up. Not when his phone battery died, not when the rent was overdue, not when he sat on the edge of his bed at 3:17 a.m. staring at the wall, asking a question he was scared to answer. Is this it? He used to believe people meant it when they said, "I've got your back." He used to believe effort mattered. He used to believe that if you worked hard and stayed honest, something good would eventually find you. But belief doesn't pay bills. The room was small, too small for dreams. A mattress on the floor, one chair, a cracked mirror above the sink. Outside, the city kept moving. Cars passed, lights blinked. Somewhere, people laughed. Inside, everything was quiet. He checked his phone. No new messages. No missed calls. No, "Are you okay?" No, "I heard what happened." 3 weeks earlier, he had lost his job. Not fired with yelling or drama, just a calm voice and a clean sentence. "We're going in a different direction." That sentence followed him home, followed him to bed, followed him into sleep. He had nodded like it was fine, shook hands, said, "I understand." But he didn't. Because bills don't understand. Landlords don't understand. Life doesn't understand. The first week, he told himself it was temporary. The second week, he stopped answering calls. The third week, the calls stopped coming. Friends he helped move, friends he lent money to, friends who said, "If you ever need anything." Silence. He walked the city every day, resumes in his backpack, hope getting lighter with every step. Some places didn't call back. Some sent automated emails. Most said nothing at all. Each rejection hit the same place, right in the chest. At night, the doubts got louder. Maybe you're not good enough. Maybe you wasted your time. Maybe everyone else figured it out, except you. He replayed every mistake, every wrong choice, every moment he should have done something different. The mirror became an enemy. It showed a version of himself he didn't recognize. Tired eyes, slouched shoulders, a man pretending he wasn't scared. He thought about asking for help. He opened his contacts, scrolled slowly, stopped, closed it. He didn't want pity. He didn't want lectures. He didn't want to hear, "You should have planned better." So he stayed quiet. One night, the electricity went out. The room went dark. No lights, no noise, just him and his thoughts. That's when it hit him. If something doesn't change, this is how it ends. Not with a dramatic moment, not with applause or anger, just slowly fading, unnoticed. He sat there in the dark, realizing something painful and freeing at the same time. Nobody was coming. The hardest part wasn't being broke. It was being invisible. Days passed where no one said his name, no one needed him, no one checked in. He started waking up late, then not sleeping at all. Nights were the worst. That's when the mind attacks. You should have chosen a safer path. You're falling behind. Everyone your age is doing better. Social media made it worse. Smiles, promotions, engagements, people celebrating milestones he couldn't even imagine reaching anymore. He told himself not to compare, but comparison came anyway. He felt ashamed of his own thoughts, ashamed that he felt angry at people who were doing well, ashamed that he felt weak. He stopped eating full meals, stopped shaving, stopped caring how he looked. What's the point? One afternoon, he got an eviction notice. Just paper, just ink, but it felt heavier than anything he had ever held. He sat on the floor, back against the wall, notice in his hands, heart racing, breathing shallow. This is it. For the first time, the thought crossed his mind clearly. Maybe I'm done. Not in a dramatic way, not as a threat, just tired. Tired of trying, tired of hoping, tired of feeling like effort never turned into results. He thought about his younger self, the one who believed hard work was enough, the one who dreamed big without fear. He felt like he failed that version. What if they ignore me? What if they judge me? What if I become a burden? So he didn't send it. Instead, he stared at the ceiling until sunrise, and something changed. Not hope, not motivation, clarity. He finally admitted the truth. No one is coming to save you. And that hurt, but it also removed an excuse he didn't know he was holding on to. He had been waiting for a break, waiting for support, waiting for someone to notice. Waiting was killing him. The next morning, he stood in front of the mirror again. Same tired eyes, same room, same problems, but a different question. What can I do, even if no one helps? The answer was small, almost embarrassing. Just one thing, one action, one step. Not a miracle, not a full plan, just proof to himself that he wasn't done yet. He grabbed a notebook from the drawer, an old one, half used. On the first page, he wrote, "No one helped me, so I will help myself." His hands were shaking. He didn't feel confident. He didn't feel strong. But for the first time in weeks, he felt honest.
He didn't wake up motivated. He woke up scared. Scared it wouldn't work. Scared it was too late. Scared he was lying to himself again. But he moved anyway. He started with discipline, not inspiration. Same wake-up time, same routine, even when he felt useless. He treated his days like training, not proof of worth. Some days he applied for jobs and heard nothing back. Some days he got interviews and didn't get selected. Some days he questioned everything again. Progress was slow, painfully slow, but it was real. He stopped scrolling endlessly, stopped comparing his timeline to others, stopped waiting for validation. Instead, he focused on what he could control: learning, improving, showing up. He took temporary work no one admired, work that didn't match his ego, but it paid something, and something was better than nothing. Every dollar earned felt like oxygen. Every small win rebuilt a piece of him. There were setbacks, days he failed, days he wanted to quit again, days the loneliness returned heavy. But now, he didn't run from it. He faced it. He reminded himself why he started, because no one helped him when he needed it most, and he refused to let that be the end of his story. Months passed, not magically, not easily, but steadily. He became sharper, more focused, less emotional about rejection. Rejection stopped feeling personal. It started feeling temporary. One evening, he got an email, a job offer. Not perfect, not glamorous, but stable. He read it 3 times, sat quietly, then smiled for the first time in a long time. No one clapped, no one celebrated, and that was okay, because he knew what it cost: the nights alone, the silence, the self-doubt. This wasn't luck. This was survival. Life didn't suddenly become easy, but it became his again. He paid his rent, bought groceries without checking his balance twice, slept better. He didn't forget the dark days. He kept them close as a reminder. He became careful with promises, careful with expectations, careful with who he depended on. Not bitter, aware. He learned a truth most people only learn after it's too late. Support is a bonus, not a guarantee. Sometimes the silence is the lesson, because when no one helps you, you discover what you're made of. He became stronger not because people believed in him, but because he kept going when no one did. And that changed how he saw everything. Success stopped being about applause. Strength stopped being loud. Confidence stopped needing witnesses. Now, when he sees someone struggling, he understands.
not from theory, from memory. Nobody helped him when he needed it most. And that's exactly why he made it. Not because life was fair, but because he refused to disappear quietly. Sometimes, no help is the push. Sometimes, silence is the test. And sometimes, the moment you realize no one is coming is the moment you finally rise.